Oh, that little elf is dead. And he was just reading a book in the library. That seems unfair. Loot! Good morning, everyone. Dave from the wee hours back with more 30 games in 30 days. Today, taking a look at Pathfinder Kingmaker. Because if you're going to tell me that you're going to make a game that is going to be sort of Baldur's Gate, sort of Icewind Dale, sort of Pillars of Eternity, but bigger and shinier, I'm absolutely going to jump all over that because you've just named 3 of my favorite games, and you're going to do that again. Now, this being an RPG, obviously there is a huge amount of story and lore that is going to go into this. I could probably spend a whole episode just doing character creation, but what I'd like to do instead, just during 30 games in 30 days, is just kind of jump ahead and show off some of the combat. That's going to be the focus of this video. I just want to do a pre-generated character. I'm going to move ahead in the story. We'll do a little bit of catch up, a little bit of recap on what the story is, but I want to jump ahead to the initial combat and show that off, just in case someone wants to take a quick look at Pathfinder, they can see what they're getting into. So I'm going to go through a pre-generated character, rip through the storyline initially, and I will see you when we get into a fight. Alrighty, I have chosen one of the pre-generated characters, Malaku, a paladin, just because he looks real badass, and I happen to know from my test drive of this game that the first 2 companions I'm going to grab will be primarily spellcasters, so I wanted to go with someone a little bit different, someone's a little more up in your face. And the very brief recap of the story is that we have been tasked with joining a band of adventurers to reclaim some disputed lands in the territory by the local lords. But of course, it's not going to be that simple, naturally, because Lindsay the Bard, who we met in a hall earlier, bursts into our room looking scared, her face smeared with soot. She holds a weapon in her hands. Help, help. And I do love the very sarcastic, just get out of my room. Just get out. What are you doing here? No, what is going on? I'm a paladin. Let's be nice here. The mansion is under attack. What a surprise. I knew just going out and reclaiming these disputed lands would not go that easily. The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Well, I'm a paladin. I'm into helping things. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers or we'll all be cut down one by one. Can do, Lindsay. Can do. A scream echoes from the hallway, and Lindsay bolts out the door, and surprise, surprise, someone is going to come in and attack me. I'm not going anywhere. That's fine. I have no intention of going anywhere. Yes, spacebar is pause. Thank you. And let's actually pause. Now, I've got some abilities, I've got some things I can do, so let's just run through those real quick and see what the best way of dealing with this tutorial villain is going to be. Now, I have a few special abilities that I could use in this combat, but I don't know if there's any particular need to get super fancy with what is essentially the tutorial villain. I could charge him, which is a special action, double my normal speed, and attack during the same action. That's nice. I could demoralize him. I could just make him feel super sad about life, and that will affect his abilities. Or I could smite evil. That seems a little OTT for this particular scenario. Let's just do something non-fancy and hit him with a big sword. And I gotta say, during my test drive of this, here's the one thing that I loved. I can zoom in really far. I know that's a very, very tiny thing in the grand scheme of things, but after playing Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale and not being able to zoom in at all, the fact that I can get kind of up close and personal with this guy is really nice. So let's just hit him with a big sword. Let's just do that. Yep. That solved his problem very quickly, and we actually just diced him into goo. Oh, I like this paladin guy already. First step on the road to glory done. We follow Lindsay, and we leave the hall, and now we have to go chase after her. Now, trophies, in other words, loot. What do we got out of here? Chain shirt and a dagger. Okay, well, obviously we'll want to collect some stuff to sell to vendors later, because that's how RPGs work. But what is our carry weight? I've got to figure it's fairly high, being a paladin. Yeah, 300 pounds we can carry, but we're going to run into encumbrance issues as we tick up the bar here. So I don't want to just be walking around with junk. I'm going to save my carry weight for things that might actually be more valuable. Let's just get out of there and zoom back out and see what we can do about helping Lindsay here. And Lindsay has dashed over here, And remind me, yes, more assassins. More assassins are going to happen over here. And also Tartucci the Dwarf, who we met in the hall that I did off-screen. He's kind of a jerk, but he's in our little merry band, so we're probably going to have to help him. Now this might be a good time to use my charge ability. Let's see what happens if we do this. Okay, he's dead. Come on, hit him, hit him, hit him. There we go. Oh boy, it takes a long time to hit with that sword. I wouldn't mind having a character who moved a little bit faster. I don't know if the paladin is really right for me. Just in time, a bit longer, and I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss that would have been? Safe, sound, and unscathed. All right, and Tartuccio is now going to join our little band of adventurers, too. And we should probably go in and save the Lady Jamandi. That seems like a heroic thing to do. Take this ring. Quiet now so the little fool didn't hear us. Hey, we like Lindsay the Bard. Don't be a jerk, Tartuccio. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me. Yeah, you are such a jagoff. And we have received Tartuccio's present. Let me just pause it for a sec here and go into our inventory. Yes, this can go away. Thank you. And this can also go away. Thank you. So we have Tartuccio's present, a fancy golden signet ring with an intricate monogram, a personal gift to Malaku. Well, thank you. Thank you. And can I just right-click that to equip it? I can. Yes, I can. Okay, and that does what for me exactly? +1 bonus to armor class. Fantastic. Fantastic. Now, while we're kind of just sort of meandering around here, what I know about Dungeons & Dragons could take a interminable number of long-term episodes. What I know about Pathfinder, I could write on a matchstick, in that I know that it exists. So if you are way more deep into the lore, history, and story of Pathfinder, feel free to let me know in the comments. I know D&D. I've been playing D&D for, well, since it came out. Redbox Basic Set is where I started with that back in 1970, whatever. Pathfinder, I am unfamiliar with. So if you are really into the Pathfinder series, Gremdevel, I'm looking in your direction. Feel free to litter the comments with all of the story and lore that I don't know. So let's just loot some stuff. Ooh, what's that? A bloodstone. Now that's something I'll take up some carry weight with. Low weight, high value. Gold coins, absolutely. Dagger, longbow. I feel that those are going to be pretty common. I don't know if I need to tie up my time or, more importantly, my backpack with that. Nothing else to steal out of here. Now, let me just have a very quick look at their abilities, because we're going to be getting into another fight soon. Now, Tartuccio, you're a bit of a mage, aren't you? You're a bit of a wizard. Burning Hands, very familiar with that. Magic Missile, always a classic. Acid Splash, one of my favorites. And Ray of Frost, okay. Ray of Freezing Air and Ice protects you, projects from your pointing finger. All right, can do. Jolt, another favorite. Daze, pretty self-explanatory. Spell clouds the mind of a humanoid creature. Touch of Fatigue. Well, you've just got a lot of stuff going on here. Disrupt Undead. Super. And you've also got Charge. Now, Lindsay, what do you do for a living? Ear-piercing Scream. I don't know if that's an ability or just something really annoying that you do. All right. A powerful scream, inaudible to all but a single target. Target is dazed for 1 round and takes 1d6 damage. Neat. Okay, well, we'll probably have you do that at some point. Cure Light Wounds, very self-explanatory, and you also have Daze and Touch of Fatigue and Charge. All right, let's go pick another fight with somebody. We're pretty free. Oh, I've selected you and you alone. Traditional draw a box around them? Yup, absolutely. Backspace will do that too. Let's loot this guy, because loot, more gold, and what is that? Incense. Okay. A merchant would pay well for it. Well, it weighs virtually nothing, so sure, I'll take that. Weight to value. Weight to value. That's the key to looting. Low weight, high value. That's what we're looking for. This bookcase is lootable. And what is in here? The Curse of Ancient Iobaria. Iobaria? Sure. By Hastef Ume. Ooh. I do like some lore books in there. We might review that later. And an old map of Avestan. A useful household item. A merchant would pay well for it. I'm assuming that merchant would pay well for it is kind of RPG code for this is effectively junk and you should sell it. And did we loot these guys already? I feel that yeah, well, if we didn't, we don't want their swords. All right, let's get out of here and get to the next fight. But on our way, stop to loot. I know what companions do. Thank you. Thank you. We're actually focusing on combat here. What is that? A copper ring. A merchant would pay well for it. Code for sell it. Sell it. It's junk. Sell it. Okay. Who wants to get in a fight with my two companions and me? You guys do. And they haven't seen us yet. They haven't seen us. We could try to hide in the shadows. We could go into stealth mode here. However, I don't know how a paladin in heavy armor is going to do about, being in sneaky ninja kind of guy. I think the more sensible thing to do is just to line up an attack and get them before they get us. Now, what would be handy? Lindsay, do we want to do your piercing scream thing? Because I just think that sounds really fun. I think you should yell at somebody. Yeah, ear-piercing scream. Why don't we do that against the guy at the back here, this assassin bowman? And Tartuccio, what could you do for a living? Well, you know what? It's got to be Acid Splash, one of my favorite abilities. Go ahead and do that against that guy. And then I am going to, I think, charge this guy. Yep, there we go. We're pausing because they figured out we're here. Let's get off of that. He charges in. Okay, we're kind of, this is tutorial stuff, game. No need to get fancy with the tutorials here. Even I can handle this. I've played a little bit of Baldur's Gate in my life. Malaku is just ripping through these guys. I don't even think he needs the other two help. Nope. Health and death. Oh, wait a minute. Did I take a hit? Hang on. Certain number of hit points. When a character's hit points value drops below 0, they lose consciousness. Oh, okay. I think we got out of that unscathed, game. I appreciate the tutorial, but we actually did not take a hit there. Oh, that little elf is dead. And he was just reading a book in the library. That seems unfair. Loot! All sorts of stuff out of here. Potions for curing wounds. Let's actually get some of those equipped on our person, if you will. So go to my belt, and let's get that in a quick slot so we can get to that very quickly. Thank you. Pull up the belt, drag and drop, problem solved. That way, just in case we do take a hit, we'll be well prepared for that. Any of these bookcases lootable? Let's get the loot going on here, folks. No? Okay. All right, well, everybody come over here then. Bloodstain going into the door. I've got to figure there's something worth finding in there. Ooh, what are you? What do you do for a living? You're a big sort of orky, hobgoblin-y kind of guy? You're green. So, you're either an orc or you're Bruce Banner. One of the two. Anyway, let's loot your friend here for some gold. Good, thank you. So the door across the hall here, just for fun, let's try out some stealth. Lindsay's a bard. She should be halfway decent at that. Now, you're going to kind of creep in. Okay, there's actually nobody in here. Well, there's nobody in here anymore. Everyone is dead. But that's fine. Stealth works pretty much exactly how I would expect stealth to work. Well, while you're here, why don't you check out the chest and loot some things? Oh, what is that? Hide armor. Oh, that's not as fun as I thought it was. Terrible weight to value ratio. 25 pounds, only 3 gold. Hell no. We are not taking that. Heavy mace, not so much either on that. Now, weight to value. That's how we establish loot parameters here. You can be unstealthy now. You don't actually need to be creeping around. Let's just get everyone back in line here and see what else we need to do. I'd like to see one more fight go down because I'd like to play around with some people's spells in here. More dead people. Good. A barrel. Barrel of fish. And indeed, we can loot trout. Oh, a cooking ingredient. Oh, is there crafting I'm unaware of? That would be cool. I love crafting. One of the things that, apart from the fact that this basically said Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, Pillars of Eternity, bigger and shinier, what do we got here? Hang on. Cooking Almanac of the Inner Sea. Ooh. Yay. And it's good weight to value, too. Huh. Neat. And these are more ingredients. Edible moss. Okay. Fowl. All right. Fowl as in chicken, not fowl as in spoiled. And butter. Or are we going to be cooking? That's cool. But anyway, the point of that story was one of the things that got me to really sign up for this is, like many RPGs, we can build a stronghold. But this, as I understand it, is going to take it a step further, and we will gold, and what's that, a silver ring, even better. Not only do we build a stronghold, but as I understand it, we can eventually grow that into a town, and then grow the town into part of the kingdom, so we can actually carve out our own, well, let's say, path. You know, what with the Pathfinder and all, we can carve out our own path in the kingdom and carve out a slice of this land for ourselves, which was very attractive to me. So I'm more than happy to sort of combine this with a town city builder kind of thing. Let's go pick another fight with somebody. Oh yeah, this doesn't look good. Now, there's the barbarian lady that we met. Well, I met her. You didn't meet her. That we met. Let's just charge in for right now. Okay, yep, charge in. In fact, actually, me. Why don't you actually charge? Why don't you actually charge this guy? Thank you. And dwarf dude, why don't you... Let's go with the basics. Go with the classics, magic missile. And you can also... Why don't you do your piercing scream on this guy again? Yeah, you're going to charge in like a maniac and hack that guy. Ear-piercing scream hits. Haven't seen the magic missile come in, dwarf dude. If you ever want to get on that, that's fine. In the meantime, I'm just going to hit this guy with a big old sword. Thank you. Oh, there's the magic missile. That fires off. Everyone's taking a swing at this guy, and all of them go down. Now, Amiri, yes, we met you down in the hall off screen, if you will. Oh, it's you. Stay out from under my feet or I'll strike you down. Well, way to be grateful there, lady. Way to be grateful. Deep breath and barks out, blood for Gorham. Well, you know, that is my traditional wake-up call, too. Blood for Gorham, or where's my coffee? Swinging her bloody sword, she runs towards the sound of battle. Yeah, I agree with you, actually, Tartuccio. Barbarians, what are you going to do? Can't live with them, can't live without them. But Lindsay thinks that's exactly how heroes should be. What stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off? Well... You know what? I actually agree with the dwarf. Yeah, that is actually not a really good way to go through life. Save me from such heroes. And we're back in control again. Let's not forget the looting. Just a potion. I think we can probably live without all the daggers. Don't think we need any of that. Anything up in here? Oh, can we not get through this gate? And if not, why not? Where does that go? Heavy gate is securely locked. Alrighty. Well, everybody down here, combat is pretty intuitive and very, very, well, let's just call it like it is. Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, Pillars of Eternity. It's very, very similar stuff. I gotta say, I'm very much digging this. Oh, we've got a cutscene. The assassins are coming in. Oh, I think we've got a major plot point here, because that looks like a whole bunch of assassins. Last chance, drop your weapons and we'll spare your lives. Get them. What? Oh. Big, I don't know, giant magic guy who just killed everyone. Dwarf and Bard were not getting involved. I've reviewed my Paladin Doctrine, and there is a little bit of a loophole where we can run away and be cowards, and this is it. This is totally it. Okay, that guy's huge, and he just wiped out everyone. Could we maybe sort of loot everyone? Not to be very mercenary about it, but there's lootable corpses here, people. Ooh, what is that? A club. Okay, that was not nearly as exciting as I thought it was. I'm just going to take your potions. But yeah, there's a quick look at the combat style of Pathfinder Kingmaker. And it is super intuitive from my perspective. If you've played any CRPGs, it's going to be extremely common sense stuff to you. No real surprises here. Nobody is reinventing the wheel, nor do I require them to. This is 100% Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, Pillars of Eternity, and I am saying that as a compliment, not as a complaint, because that's exactly what I want. I just want you to take a game that I love and do it shinier and better, and put your own lore and spin on it. And again, if you're wicked into Pathfinder and you know all the lore and story, I encourage you to let me know in the comments. And if you want to see some more of Pathfinder, please let me know. I think this deserves really, this is a long-term series kind of game where we can really get into the story of it and explore more of that. that, but all I wanted to do today is just show off the very common sense standard combat tactics, so if anyone is interested in this and they know nothing about it, they can get a feel for what they're getting into. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comments. If you didn't, let me know in the comments. But either way, I'm Dave. Thank you as always for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. I find it very funny that smashing through the window apparently does not arouse any suspicion at all. And you're going to smash the other window. You couldn't even go in the same window, Colossus. Oh, games are funny sometimes. Games are a little silly sometimes.